Welcome back to another video. If this is your first video here at AutOdometer, we like to show you how owning and driving a used car and also working on it can really save you some time and money. So today we're going to be changing out this non-folding side view mirror on this 2001 Dodge Dakota Sport. I was able to purchase this mirror online at a retail store. I'll leave a link in the description if you'd also like to purchase a mirror as well. So when it comes in the package, it comes with a little foam barrier here with 3 screws and that cardboard piece there at the tip to prevent chipping. So what we got to do first is pull off this panel. Now you don't have to pull off the panel all the way. You can take this screw out right here. It's a long screw, and you have the 3 screws that are attaching the mirror behind that triangular piece. Now once you take out that long screw, you have to take off the screw behind the door handle. What you need to do in the end is take the whole door panel and be able to lift it up, and when you lift it up, it'll still stay on because the window crank is still attached, so that's the last piece that holds on the entire door panel. You also got to take off these 2 screws down here. All in all, I think it is 4 screws total, 4 or 5. I think it's 5. And then you have, yeah, it would be 5. Then you have this screw right here behind the pull door handle right here as you pull it to close it. So then there is the 4th, and then the 5th would be the one right at that triangular piece right behind the side view mirror. So once you get all the screws out, go ahead and pull it up. Pull it up enough to be able to pry it back there, and enough to be able to get your ratchet set back there. If you'd like, you can also prop it up or prop it with the ratchet piece like that, but if you're like me, you use the piece that you needed to take the screws out with. You don't have to prop it up, but I did. Anyways, once you get the 3 screws out, go ahead and just kind of jimmy it out and wiggle it, and eventually it'll come out. And there we go, and it looks like a perfect match. And here's what the holes look like here, close up. Make sure when you put it in, if you have this weather guard right there, that you slip it underneath the weather guard first. It works better that way. And then slide it in the holes, and just hanging it there, if you push it in far enough, it shouldn't fall off by itself. But probably better be safe than sorry. Than don't do what I did and just let it hang there, because it might drop and you might break your brand new one. So to at least fasten it on, you might need some help for this. Hold it with one hand and then screw at least one in to about as tight as it can go with the other hand. Pretty simple. Once you get all 3 tightened, go ahead and round multiple times and make sure that they all 3 tighten up just right, and then you basically are done. So it should be pretty easy. If you have the defrost or some type of electrical connection, shouldn't be that hard. Just disconnect and connect it. So you have these 4 different screws here. The 2 in my left hand, the long screw should be up the very top screw, and the fat screw should be one of the screws going in the 2 door handles there that you have to pull and hold. 2 thin screws go on the bottom. Now you probably don't have to take off your windshield crank little piece right here, but I had difficulty taking it off, and I actually dropped a screw inside the door, so I did have to take it off. I didn't show you all that because it was kind of my mistake, but the easiest way to take it off is get a fork and slide it behind. And I didn't show that part, but to be able to get it back on here, I'll show you that this little piece right here. Like I was saying, a fork's the easiest way to get it off, but to put it back on, I had multiple tries to try to get it back on, but eventually the screwdriver was the easiest way to get the piece back on. Once you're able to slide it back in there, just put it like that so it doesn't pop off, and then you're able to put your gasket piece back on, and then slide it back on, and then finish it off and push it completely down with your fork again. Now with the bend of the door, it was difficult to get a flat piece with the bend of the door where I need it to go, so all in all, the fork worked the best. It took about 15 minutes just to try to figure this out. It's kind of difficult, but you'll get it. Once that's on, make sure you test it, and everything is good to go. And it looks like we have a new mirror perfectly set and ready to go. Now we have a couple more videos here on this Dodge Dakota Sport. If you own a Dodge Dakota Sport, stick around and subscribe to the channel. We're going to use some back to black, and also we have a dent here on the passenger side panel. We're going to try to either pop that out or just paint over it, depending on what the owner wants to do. So stick around.